It was like an improbable dream, and even now while I'm here, it still feels like one. While the world is closing itself again amidst the world pandemic, I embark on a trip to East Africa. Let's explore local people, culture, and especially what people seek here for: the stunning nature. I am Lex Universe, and this is Kenya, in November 2020. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. So this video will be a little bit different from what you're used to. I would call it podcast, but I don't like the word, so... Anyway, before I will start with all the shit that happened to us, I want to show you something positive, and I have this purple Masai, or anyway, it's some Kenyan hat, so...
I would say it's his auto-portrait. It does look like him, right?
I'm so thin. Thank you.
Your only concern.
Yeah. So, in this video, we will talk about everything that got wrong on our trip in Kenya, and in case you've seen my previous videos, you know there was a lot of it. If you haven't, I will leave a link in the upper right corner for the whole playlist. You can go through all that, it's quite interesting. But in this video, I will address some of the fails that we managed to get, and hopefully it will inspire you not to do the same. So let's go for it. So let's start with the beginning. When we arrived to Nairobi, we were supposed to have a pickup on the airport from our hotel, and it wasn't there. I actually read some of the reviews of the hotel, and they said it arrived late, so maybe we were supposed to wait. The thing is, you cannot wait for a taxi here, because especially on the airport there are like a million of these drivers that are really pushy when they want to offer you their services. So we met this woman, Jennifer, and she just kept standing next to us, and we couldn't get rid of her.
Yeah, she was offering us her services, and she was like, why don't you get a woman a job or something like that. Kind of like annoying.
Yeah. By the way, Jennifer, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. No, she actually turned out to be kind of helpful in the end, because the hotel didn't send the pickup at all, so we had to go with this Jennifer lady, and I mean it worked out quite well in the end, but it was just the first of the many fails that we encountered.
Yeah, we went with her because she was actually calling our hotel.
Yeah.
And he saw the right number of the hotel, so that's the main reason why we chose her and not any of the others.
Yeah. So, by the way, I just had to make a list of all the fails because there were so many of them I couldn't remember them. So, it's kind of nice. So let's move to the next day. We were visiting the Nairobi National Park, and there's supposed to be this shuttle bus that's organized by the park, and the normal price for entrance to the park is $35. Yeah, and if you go by this bus, you just pay $60 altogether, including the park fee, and you're good to go. Well, apparently this bus didn't go. It was out of operation due to Corona. Or at least I think it was there were a lot of people who were trying to offer their services, and they have these what do they call it, Land Cruiser or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of the car that they use to go in the park. You want to say?
No, just the guard at the entrance was surprised that we didn't have anyone arranged.
Yeah, so the bus probably really was out of operation. But anyway, then we had to pay $120 for this car, in addition to the park fee. So kind of more expensive. That's kind of the theme of the whole trip. Because the next day we booked this trip to Amboseli National Park on Viator, or maybe it was a Get Your Guide. Some of these.
I think Viator. I have it printed.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be for I don't know, $150, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was intended to be for more people, of course. It was 2-day trip, including accommodation,
Food.
including food, excluding the park fee. Well, of course, because Corona, we were the only people who booked it, so they kind of forgot to tell us that the trip will not take place. So, like the night before we were supposed to go, we realized, it's not happening. So we had to find some alternatives. They offered us a private tour, which was like 3 times more expensive, and here we are. We're getting the theme of the video again, you know. So right now we're like already like $300 over budget, and it's like day 3. So that's kind of funny. But here I would like to tell you one thing that I think is a general idea for traveling to Kenya is, like, don't book these trips before in advance. Just wait till you're here, and you can always find someone. Either get your hotel to hire a driver, or believe me, many of the drivers that you will. I'm sorry. Believe me, many of the drivers that you will encounter in the city will gladly offer you their services. You can hire them for the day, or even for 2 days, and get there. So this is kind of useful. Anyway, if you want to use our company that we booked, I will leave you the contact information in the comments below. You can ask for the guide Victor. He was really cool.
Yeah, and it was actually quite nice, the private tour, because it was just 2 of us in the whole car, and we didn't have to squeeze in with anybody else.
Yeah, it was really cool. And like, this is like another theme of this trip. Like, what happened was really awesome, but the rest was like everlasting nightmare. Yeah, so
we still hasn't ended yet.
Yeah. Like, the trip was really awesome. Like, I really enjoyed Amboseli. Although I would put one first of the bonus fails, and that's we didn't see Kilimanjaro because the weather was shit. And that's actually combined with a general fail, because we were supposed to go in August.
Yeah,
we were supposed to go in August, but well, then some Chinese person ate a bat and everything got batshit crazy. So we're going in November, which is actually like rainy season, so yeah, we didn't see the fucking mountain. Let's get to another day, because it wouldn't be one day in Kenya without any fail. Let's get back to this lady Jennifer. When we booked her for the trip in Nairobi, she was like giving us a guided tour. It was really cool. Actually, like, we were completely unprepared for the city, so she showed us some interesting places. You can see the link in the upper right corner. If you're watching from the future, I'm not sure what will be the order of the videos, but anyway. So we got her for the trip that we planned next, and that was to go to this town of Nanyuki, which is located, I don't know, some 200 kilometers from Nairobi.
Yeah, so
yeah, so she offered us that she will take us there for 13,000
Kenyan shillings.
Yes. Which sounded really cool, because like if we wanted to order a taxi or like Uber or something, it would be a lot more expensive. We could go by the bus, which is called Matatu here, but we were not supposed. We wanted to go for 1 day, just go to the equator, get a beer and go back. So we were not sure what time the last Matatu for Nairobi leaves, and we were not able to figure it out. So we said yes. She offered us like this trip. Well, there was some there was a little bit misunderstanding, because she thought we only wanted to go there, and of course if you want to go there and back, the price doubled. So now we are already $400 over budget and it's only day 5. But it's actually kind of an interesting trip, and again, like, it was more expensive than I thought, but it was quite interesting. And she is actually I would say she is a very good person. So
yeah, it was nice and interesting talking to her during our lunch.
Yeah, so was like kind of cool. We were able to get some insight of how Kenyan people see things, and it was kind of interesting. But anyway, it was again more expensive than we expected. Well, then the ground finally comes. We were supposed to fly to Mombasa. I can even show you now my introduction video to that video, which you will never see. You can see it now. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. So we are in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and today we're flying to Mombasa. Kind of sad, right? So, well, the thing is, sorry.
Cider.
Very good. So we were supposed to fly there on Thursday and fly back on Friday. We're booking the flight tickets on this website, MyTrip, because they were cheapest. Because at that point we were really over budget, so we didn't want to buy it directly from Kenya Airways, because it was several, I don't know, like $30-40 more expensive for one ticket, I think, maybe even more.
I think I remember shillings. I think it was like 1,000 more shillings. I guess.
It's like nothing. Well,
never mind.
Okay. Anyway, so we wanted to do it again on the budget. Well, I was searching for flight tickets on Thursday. I thought I booked flight tickets for Thursday. I received flight tickets for Wednesday and I didn't notice it. I noticed it on the airport when we were so surprised that there is no flight. So another money going from our bank accounts that we'll never see again, I guess. But anyway, if you ever want to buy tickets with this MyTrip website, I will give you a link, and there I will put some like never click
check
this.
it twice.
Yeah. It kind of gets back to the point that we were trying to do this trip really on a budget, and I don't think you can do that. Or maybe you can, but in our cases we are like in the middle of the video and it's already backfired like 5 times, so just prepare yourself a lot more money and maybe just plan with it in the beginning, and then you will not have to worry that it will be more expensive because you will have this money in mind from the very beginning. But it wouldn't be Kenya and it wouldn't be me and it would be us if this was the end. So
yes, sadly.
In the end, we decided we will not go to Mombasa. We canceled the hotel and we didn't buy the train back because it was starting to be really more and more expensive. Not to mention
exhausting.
That, yeah, because we would have to like wait till 3 p.m. at the airport and it was 8 a.m. So like really insane, and there was only one room and there was nothing. So in the end, we decided that we will cancel the trip to Mombasa and we will try to get something interesting here in Nairobi. So we just took the first Uber to the city center and we went. So we stepped out of the car and just went for a walk in the city center. I think it's city center near the city market, and I was like filming the street like nothing is happening, and
very happy.
And then we met some policemen. One policeman, yeah, they had like this automatic guns, really scary. So they wanted our passports, which is kind of understandable. I was kind of expecting that. And then they asked for 2,000 shillings for breakfast. And you know, if someone begs you for money, you can say, "Oh, sorry, no, I don't know." But if someone has an automatic gun and police written all over them, then it's like difficult to tell them, "Well, we will not pay you anything." So
fuck off.
Yeah. So he just went away, and
I just said I didn't have that kind of money, and I walked away.
Yeah, and I was stuck there with this dangerous man. So I did everything. So I did what any reasonable man would do, and I started crying. Yeah. Not exactly, but I was looking really sad, and I was like thinking, I don't have any money, I don't really. And then they just sent me away. But this is kind of a thing that kind of sticks with you, you know, because when you feel dangerous in some zone, there's always like this hope that if there are any authorities, you can turn to them and they will protect you somehow. Well, not here anyway, I guess.
Not without the bribe.
Yeah. So maybe prepare some bribing money to it. To be kind of useful. Well, not to be all negative, get the Uber app. It's like lifesaver all the time. We are using it every day, and it's like it really helps. You know, it's kind of reliable. Like twice happened that
The driver couldn't find us.
yeah, it happened today actually. And they always ask you, where should I pick you up? Like, there's the pin. Just go there, get some Google map. But again, Uber has to drive on the roads, and the roads and traffic in Nairobi and in Kenya in general, that's I don't know, if you live in Europe or the United States and you think there are traffic jams, then wake up. Because it's absolutely nothing in comparison with to Nairobi. So, and the next day, where we were supposed to be in Mombasa, we decided we will visit this elephant orphanage, where you can see baby elephants, like they're playing and feeding themselves, and it's really cute and amazing, great. So we thought, well, that's something we want to see, and he wanted to adopt an elephant.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, because he doesn't have any money anymore. Anyway, so we went there. Fortunately, unfortunately, there was some car accident on the road, and it was completely blocked. Like really, it was like 5 kilometers from before the elephant orphanage. So really, at that point, I started to tell myself that we are extremely unlucky, and there's something like really bad happening around. I don't know.
Yeah, that was really shitty.
Yeah, but luckily, well, you know, the thing is about this elephant orphanage is open only from 11 a.m. till 12 p.m. So just for 1 hour. And if you want to get a good spot, you need to be there at 11 a.m. Well, we weren't passed by that because we were stuck for half an hour in the traffic jam, and then we have to like go backwards for like, I don't know, 5 kilometers back and choose another road, and we arrived there like half an hour late.
I think 20 minutes.
Okay, maybe 20 minutes. It's still not very good. Luckily, it was closed anyway.
I won't say luckily because we really wanted to see the elephants, so...
Yeah, but we wouldn't see them anyway because we were late.
Perhaps we would say see them, but not...
They're giant birds here.
not from the good point of view.
So... that's kind of bummer, you know.
Next one.
But anyway, we got to visit the giraffe center, and it was like one of the cutest things I've ever seen, so I'm not complaining. I mean, I am, because we spent like 1 hour in the giraffe center, and then like, I don't know, 5 hours in total just going there and back. So prepare yourself a lot of time if you want to travel in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Or get a motorcycle, but they will kill you probably. It's not very safe to drive here.
I'm just saying that this is not the end of our misfortunes here.
Yeah, of course it's not. Because one thing about Uber, it's very useful if you have a signal. The thing is, we got this SIM card on the airport, Telcom, and apparently it looks like it has a very shitty coverage. Because when we went with Jennifer, she had this Safaricom, I think, and she had signal everywhere.
Unlike us.
Like, I'm not even talking about Amboseli, we were out of coverage all the time. But even here in the city, there's like this mall that we sometimes go to, and we buy something, like something to eat, or you know.
Drink.
Yeah. And there is no signal, so you cannot call for an Uber. So we got stuck there, and it's not really. It wasn't really a very pleasant part of the town, and so we had to walk for like 5 kilometers, which is not that bad, but it's a tropical terrain here, and the people were like staring at us all the time, and I know that's not dangerous, but I didn't feel exactly safe there.
Yeah.
And like there are all these motorcycle taxi drivers that are like shouting at you and offering their services all the time, and after some time it gets really annoying, you know. So be prepared for that. And always, I mean, you cannot find out before if there is a signal. So don't get Telcom. Don't go to Gateway Mall.
Yeah, it's the worst mall that we've seen here. Well,
Which brings me to the fact that we were already like 4 times, because it's like the closest place where you can find an ATM here. Yeah, that's another point. We are located kind of far from the city of Nairobi. We're located actually in like some suburbs, and there's like nothing here. So anything you want, you have to get an Uber and travel there. And the problem is, if you travel to the Gateway Mall, you cannot get back because there is no signal. Really crazy. Yeah, so it's like the bonus, another bonus fail. Today we wanted to withdraw some money from the ATM because, of course, our hotel doesn't accept cards, and they like didn't bother to tell us before.
well, they do, but their machine is broken, and then they didn't manage to repair it in a week that we were here.
I don't think they were even trying.
Surprise, surprise.
Anyway, so we went to this mall. It looked a lot better. You can actually see it in the beginning of my Nairobi video. Again, right corner. But there were no ATMs in the mall, so we just had dinner and lunch, and then we had to go back to this Gateway Mall, and it's like, Jesus. So, if I should give you any advice, when you're in Nairobi, get a hotel that's close to the supermarket, because you will find there everything. You will find their ATM, you will find their supermarket, restaurants. It's very convenient. And actually, most of the malls have hotel in them, so it could be useful. Let's go to the mall. Now, Robin Sparkles could start singing, but I think it's a copyright strike, so upper right corner. Okay, so those were our fails. Did we fail at anything else?
Trying to remember, but I think we've covered most of it. But we still have like a couple of more hours to stay here, so there are still things that can go wrong, like on the way to the airport.
There could be an asteroid or UFO.
Yeah, we can have a problem getting on our plane because of COVID, of course.
Or I can imagine some tornado, Sharknado. Anything can happen here. Yeah, but anyway, I kind of hope that I don't want to sound really negative, because many of these things were not a fault of Kenya. Some of them were our own fault, some of them were because of Corona, but
some of them are just misfortunes.
Yeah, like Kenya. You cannot blame Kenya for there being an accident on the road. So. But I hope I gave you some ideas what to be aware of if you come to Kenya, or I guess to Eastern Africa in general, and that you will find it useful. And
be prepared to solve problems all the time.
Yes. So if you're coming here, God bless you. See you in another life, bro. Okay, so if you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, check out the previous videos in this series, check out my other social media, and see you in the next video. Have a great day. And I'm not sure when this is live, but happy 2021, because I'm sick of this year.
You're not the only one, actually.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.